My name is Marshall Smith, Lot 20, 3300 South Nova Road, Port Orange, Florida, Elmwood Community Park. And this is my building, Lot 20. My neighbor, Lot 19. This video is about the management and the selective enforcement of the rules of this park. Barbara Pritt is her name, and we'll start right now. Over here, you can see we have all this unkempt area of one of our neighbors. You've got algae all on the walls of this mobile home. None of this area is cleaned up or mowed or cut back. All overgrowth. You look back here, as we go back, you can see there's a dead tree that should have been removed years ago after Hurricane Matthew, which she never removed. Miss Pritt never had it removed. You can see that my neighbor and myself keep the grass cut back here. Her on her side, me on mine. And we go back and you can see Miss Pritt is having us cut all the way back to the ditch back here. And there's a ditch right here. She's having us cut all the way back to the ditch. Or force us to pay, I guess, $25 or something. However, if you look down the line, you can see that nobody else down there, all the way down, as far as the eye can see, none of them cut the grass and the weeds behind all the way to the ditch. You turn this way heading west, here's where I'm having to cut all the way to the ditch, all this area. Come through, and then as you can see, my neighbor on the other side, look at what theirs is and look at what mine is. This is mine here, and this is the other guy next to me here. All these weeds, nothing cut. And now look back here. This goes on. All these weeds behind all these mobile homes, as far as the eye can see, all the way down, none of them have to cut. But you turn around and you look at my side, and you can see that me and my neighbor over here in Lot 20 and Lot 19, we're being forced to cut back here, or have to pay a $25 fee to have it cut, or she refuses our lot fee check, which would lead to an eviction. Now over here, you can see where I keep my side cut, and again you can see back here it stops right here. None of this has been cut, obviously. This tree here, about 2 years ago, it was Hurricane Matthew. A big branch fell out of this tree here. It fell onto the roof of my neighbor on the west side here, and it landed right next to his place right here. It came from there. It was about 30 feet long and almost a foot thick. Ms. Pritt forced me to pay $50 fee to have it removed if I didn't remove it myself. Now, I don't know how I am responsible for a 30-foot branch that's over a foot thick that would require a chainsaw that was not even on my side of the lot. It was over here. My side of the lot is over here. You can see the selective enforcement of the rules. Weeds everywhere, none over here on my lot, none over here on my lot, but weeds everywhere else. Now I want to know where the $50 went from the branch that fell from here. Where did the $50 go? Let's keep going. We move out front here, you can see where mine is kept cut. Everything is cut back. And that's basically the selective enforcement of the park manager here, Mrs. Pratt, that selectively enforces the rules. And here you can see again a better view of where I cut mine and am forced to keep it cut, and it should be cut. However, back by the ditch, nobody cuts theirs. All the weeds next door, not cut. And that basically is the first video that I'm doing. I'm going to be doing more. I'm going to be going through the park. The city is going to be notified, as well as corporate in Tampa, I believe it is. I have the information. One thing I did forget is everyone has to keep their skirting, their skirt on their mobile home all properly affixed to their mobile home. you walk back here, you can see that what is exposed. My skirt is on. But when you look over here, that's another subject. This has been like this for 5 years. All of this back here is all exposed, all open. See that? All that. This goes on throughout the park. I could pick out many other places that are like that. You're supposed to keep your outside power washed and clean. My neighbor here does, Georgianne. But the neighbor over here she doesn't do anything to her. Mrs. Pratt does nothing to her. You can see all the algae and the mold on the outside of her building. Nothing is done about that. And like I said, about this building over here, same thing. Both of these are an eyesore, and they need to be enforced. The rules need to be enforced for everyone, not just the select few, who live at lot 20 and lot 19. And maybe a few other lots throughout here, because we're not the only ones that she harasses like this. There's a bunch of others, and we're all getting together, and we do know each other, and we'll be talking more about other things like this. Thank you, and you'll be hearing back.